What's up, fragrant world? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. My name is JC. My name is actually Justin, but here on Stay Fresh Productions we go by JC and talk about fragrance on this channel. Everything fragrance. If you have interest in that kind of content, if you have an interest to learn more about fragrance, to exchange ideas with me, then please stick around a while. Consider subscribing, hit that bell so you get notified whenever I upload. And please hit the like button so YouTube and myself know that you like this kind of content. Let's dive right into today's video. We're talking about 6 fragrances that are kind of like closet beast mode. They're fragrances that are unexpectedly strong. You would not expect these to be as strong as they are. But they just last. They linger. They don't leave your skin. They, at least on my skin, that's one thing I want to point out here. Your mileage may vary. Everyone has different skin or skin chemistry, the condition of, the dryness or how moisturized your skin is, all those things play into it. But in general, unless your skin is made of sandpaper, these fragrances will stick around on you. And you may not expect it. You spray it on and be like, okay, it's pretty present. It smells, fairly strong, but it's gonna stick around. It might even be pushing off of your skin more than you think it might. So let's dive in. No particular order here. They're all pretty strong. They're not the strongest fragrances I own by any means, but they're pretty dang strong. Here at the first spot here, we're talking about a fragrance that I do believe is discontinued. I think it is still readily available at the time I'm shooting this, but if you have interest in it, I recommend you go pick it up as soon as you can. From the house of Yves Saint Laurent, we're talking about Lomo Team. This is such a great scent. I'm gonna put this on a blotter to remind myself of this opening. We get that original L'Homme DNA. It's buried in there with that fresh, spicy ginger, that woody vetiver, but it's a little bit sweet, but not as sweet and creamy as the original L'Homme. This one is more based around rose and cedar wood. So you got that rose and cedar wood with the ginger. So it's like a spicy, fresh, woody rose. A touch of sweetness, but it is quite woody more than anything. It's a shame this is discontinued. It smells great, and again, it pushes. The woods in the base, for some reason, they just allow it to stick around. This stuff will last me at least 8 hours on my skin. You think it might peter out after 6, but it sticks around. I really enjoy it. It's very elegant, but it's still casual. It's a beautiful balance. So that's Lomo Team. Next one up, this is still relatively new to my collection. I got it a few months ago from a good friend who gifted it to me unexpectedly. And this is from a lesser known niche fragrance house called Marc-Antoine Barrois. And this fragrance is called Ganymede. I have talked about this before. Ganymede is the largest moon that orbits Jupiter, and it's the largest moon in our solar system, and this fragrance pays homage to that. And it kind of smells what you might think a cold satellite, like a cold piece of rock might smell like. Very thin atomizer here, narrow in terms of stream, but puts out a lot of juice. This stuff is so interesting and I love it. It's fresh, but it's unusual. It has these metallic, like mineral-like notes, which give it a cold quality. It does have some violet leaf in here, which kind of contributes to that freshness. And violet leaf does have a very distinct metallic, herbaceous quality to it. But the strangest note in here has to be the Immortelle, which is also called everlasting flower, which can smell kind of culinary, sometimes a little bit like curry, and it works perfectly here. And I think there's also a good amount of leather in this one. It is just a gorgeous fragrance. And again, it's beautifully unique, and this stuff, it doesn't project like crazy, but it leaves a nice trail, and it will just stick around and stick around. We're talking 12 hours or more. It does not go away. It's pretty amazing. So interesting fragrance in terms of the scent profile, but it still has a nice bit of appeal to it, and it sticks around a long time. That is a fantastic combination if you're asking me. So that's Ganymede from Marc-Antoine Barrois. If you want to help support my channel and support me as a creator, and you want to get to know me a little bit more intimately and get some exclusive content you will not find here on YouTube, then please check out my Patreon, join the Fresh Fam. You can find a tier that works for you in terms of what you can afford. I do have a video on my Patreon. If you're not sure what Patreon is, I have a video there. I even have a video here on YouTube. I'll link it up there. You can check it out. That'll tell you everything about Patreon that you need to know if you don't know what it is. But it allows you to get some, again, exclusive access into my content, some videos you won't see, like tutorials. We do some Q&As. This afternoon I had a nice little one-on-one session with one of my patrons over in Germany. We had a great chat. So you get my time. That's basically what you're paying for. Time, extra content, things like that. So please consider. I'm trying to do this more full-time and I need your help. So thank you so much in advance. Next one up, this is from one of my favorite designer houses for sure. From the house of Cartier. This is a classic, I think 1992 is when this came out. And this is Pasha de Cartier, the original eau de toilette. I did not try this in 1992 or anywhere before 2020. This is new to me relatively, but this stuff, oh, it's fantastic quality for one. Fantastic quality, beautiful, smooth blend, and it sticks around. This is quite a bold barbershop style aromatic fougere. It is fresh, it's spicy, herbaceous, lots of lavender in here, some citruses to brighten it up, quite green and herbaceous. Like I said, it again is very spicy as well. It's a little unusual. There's a touch of this dated feel, so to speak, but I think this is really kind of a timeless fragrance in many ways. But some people might have associations with it more than other fragrances. And again, it lasts a long time. At first it might be too much, but let it sit maybe a good 20-30 minutes and it mellows out and becomes really nice, really smooth, kind of creamy, has a touch of a sweetness in there, and again, it's very fresh. So that's Cartier, Pasha de Cartier. Up next here, this one is like super closet. You would not think this would last 12 plus hours, but for some reason it does. This is from the house of Francis Kurkdjian, Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is Gentle Fluidity Silver. Love this stuff, man. This is such a special fragrance. He sought to make a genderless fragrance and he made two different versions of it, the silver and the gold. Each one uses the same note structure, but they're just reproportioned, so the scents are different. This is already all in the air. This one is based around an aromatic and sharp juniper berry note, but it's surrounded by a smooth vanilla. There's some coriander in here, which kind of gives this almost green feel to it, similar to cilantro. I think there's also amber in here and maybe some musk. So amber and musk, the sweet warmth with that vanilla, the sharp, fresh juniper berry. It's a gorgeous scent, and for some reason, again, it just persists. It will stay with you all day. So this is one to check out, one to sample if you can. It is a little pricey. Sample this if you can. That is Gentle Fluidity Silver. Okay, next one up. This is kind of a modern classic. When this one came out, it got a lot of buzz, and I think it is a pretty well-loved fragrance. Awesome bottle, awesome scent, and it's one that I used to own. I had a smaller bottle of it years ago. When I got rid of all my collection, it went with it, but I always missed it, and I got it back, and I got the big bottle this time. This is Dunhill Icon. This thing is a beast. It's just this bottle. It's heavy, metal. I love the detailing here inside, you know, under the cap. Love that. You've probably seen it before, but if you haven't, this is really high quality stuff, especially for the price. You can get this probably around 50 bucks, if not less. Damn. Wow. Spicy floral neroli. You get this beautiful, fresh, slightly citrusy, orangey neroli, but it is floral. Again, has that white floral kind of thickness to it, but it's fresh. It has beautiful spicy black pepper in here. There's an aromatic lavender, and there's quite a bit of a woody presence underneath with vetiver, and there's some other spices in there. There's a lot going on in here. It does come off so refined. It is a potent fresh scent. This is like a fresh fragrance that you can really wear when it's not so hot outside, and it will still last. I wore this yesterday, 10 hours easily on my skin. You know, when I first had this fragrance, people were saying it smelled like grape soda. And I had that vibe, but now for some reason, I don't get that. My nose may have just changed. I'm really just getting that neroli. It's kind of soapy, it's clean, but it's quite spicy and woody. Very refined, very attractive, very elegant stuff. That's Dunhill Icon. And again, it's a beast. It's gonna be pretty potent. Last one up. One of my favorite dudes in the world. You see him on this poster here, that gives it away. Haven't talked about this in a little while. This is Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. Haven't been wearing this a whole lot because it's been pretty hot where I am. And although this is a barbershop scent, it is an aromatic fougere. So it has quite a bit of a fresh quality to it, but it has some heaviness to it that does not really work when it's too hot out. So I've been saving this stuff for the autumn, which is upon us pretty soon in the next, month and a half, something like that. Can't come soon enough, honestly. I love this stuff. Lots of lavender in here. Also, pear, which is such an interesting addition. You do get a little bit of sandalwood, so it has this creaminess to it. There's some oud in here. It might even be some vanilla or tonka bean or something. It is a little sweet. And it's spicy too. Spicy, herbaceous, fresh, aromatic, woody, a little sweet and creamy. And this stuff is so easy to overspray. It doesn't push out into the room a whole lot, but I have oversprayed this. I remember I put on maybe 6 sprays of this, went to a gig, someone came into my bubble and they're like, whoa, what did you put on today? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. Like, it's really strong. And I could tell they weren't saying that as a compliment, so to speak, but I was cool with it because I think I knew what I had gotten into. This stuff is a beast. It's a refined beast though. It's not gonna scream all in your face. I'm not gonna say go easy on it, but go thoughtful. 3 to 5 sprays should be enough of this stuff, and this will last you all day. Beautiful scent to wear on a day out or even a night out for any occasion. This is really good. Make sure you sample this if you can. They are giving away free samples on the website. As far as I know, you just pay for the cost of shipping. You can sample it, see if you like it, pick up a bottle. This is good stuff. So that does it for me. These are just a handful of fragrances that you wouldn't think would be as strong as they are, but they just stick around and they make their presence known. Let me know what fragrances you have that you find surprise you with their performance. You put them on, you don't expect them to last, and somehow they do. Let me know what that fragrance is. I would love to know. If you like the video, then please like the video. Really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. And again, if you haven't subscribed,
you don't have to subscribe. I've asked you so much. I see you. This is probably your 6th video you've watched that you haven't subscribed to me yet. I see you, Jared or Allison, Paul, Devontae, whoever it is, I see you.
And that's okay. I forgive you. I'm just hoping that maybe by that 7th video, by the next video, you'll feel inclined to subscribe and stick around. And if you don't want to subscribe, then at least leave a comment and tell me why you haven't subscribed, and we can talk about it. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.